Hello everybody, this is LukeMaster06 here, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a remastered edition of a tutorial that I've done before, how to create a Minecraft Bedrock resource pack. This tutorial works for pretty much any version of Minecraft Bedrock that you're playing. This tutorial here was made in version 1.16, so I don't believe much will really change, so yeah, let's just go ahead and get on with the tutorial. Before we begin this tutorial, I want you guys to open up File Explorer, go up to View here, click on it, and then go over to File Name Extensions and make sure that's on. If it isn't, then a later step in the tutorial will probably break and you'll be confused as to what's going on. So just make sure that that's ticked on. The first thing you guys need to do is open your web browser and go to the URL minecraft.net/addons. And then you'll probably see this page here. And all you have to do is scroll down until here, where it says Minecraft's unmodified files are a good place to start if you plan on making your own add-on. Download these zips of the resource packs and behavior packs and get creative. Since our tutorial is all about resource packs, we're going to be clicking on this green resource packs link and wait for the files to download. Now this can take a while depending on what version you're using. Alright guys, as you can see, the zip file is finally downloaded. Open your File Explorer again, go to your download section, and as you can see it's right there, so we can move on to the next step. The next thing we're going to need when making a resource pack is obviously something to edit the textures. Now there's many paint programs out there, and for this tutorial you could even use Microsoft Paint. However, I'm going to be using a free program called Paint.net, which you can get using the link in the description. And once you've clicked on the link, you should see this page. And what you want to do is you want to come over to this link over here that says Get It Now Free Download and click on it. And then once you're to this page, you just click on this right here, Download Now, and it should take you to this page. And then what you do is you click on Free Download Now, and you click on this. And then that should install. Now, I already have Paint.net installed, so I don't really need to worry about that. But if you want to use Paint.net, then make sure to click on that and follow the prompts like you would installing any other software. The final thing we're going to need for this tutorial is a file archiver. Now, in this tutorial, I'm going to be using a free program called 7-zip. Now, there is some other alternatives like a paid program called WinRAR, but since this is free, I'm going to be using it, and you can get it by going into the link in the description, choosing one of these download files depending on what your computer hardware is. Mine is 64-bit, so I would choose this. And just follow the prompts. You should know how to download software if you're making a Minecraft resource pack. And now that we have all of this stuff installed, we can finally move on to the resource pack making process. The first thing we need to do is to open File Explorer and navigate to the Downloads folder. If your downloads go somewhere else, then you'll have to look in that file, but since all my downloads go to the Downloads folder, I'm going to see it here. You should see this compressed zip folder right here, and what we need to do is we need to click on it so it's selected, right-click on it, wait for the pop-up to load, and go down to Extract All. This should be a thing already in Windows that you don't have to download any program for. So once again, click on it, right-click on it, go down to Extract All, and then click on Extract All. This window will pop up, just ignore all that and click Extract, and the files will extract. Now, depending on what version you're in, this is going to take a while. As you can see, Minecraft 1.16 has a lot of resources to it, so this is going to take a good while. Alright guys, as you can see, the files have finally extracted and we can move on to actually making the pack. Before we actually start editing files and stuff, I want to quickly rename this file so it doesn't interfere with this one when we move on to a later step. I would recommend doing this too. Just rename it to something random. It won't matter in the long run, but for right now, kind of need to. So as you can see, inside this folder are a bunch of different folders as well as some JSON files and a PNG. The first file I want to talk about is Manifest. Now to open Manifest, we want to click on it, right click on it, and then go up to Open With. As you can see here, it's popped up this message which says, how do you want to open this file? Now for our sake, we really only need a simple text editor, and so we're just going to keep using Notepad. As you can see, it's opened in Notepad, and we have all of this text here. Now, you might not understand it, but that's okay. We only really need to understand 3 bits of this. So as you can see right here, it says description, and then over here it says example vanilla resource pack. Now, this right here is our resource pack description, which will appear in menus when we want to put the texture pack on and stuff like that. So real quickly, let's edit it to say tutorial pack cool. Once we've written this down, you might notice that, hey, there's another description tag here as well. Well, just to be safe, I would recommend copying the text you put in this first description tag and pasting it into here, or else things might break. Then the final thing we need to change in the manifest file is the name tag. And all it is just the name of your resource pack. Pretty simple. So let's call this Cool Pack 1.0. And as you can see, we've edited the manifest. You can mess around with other stuff in here, but this tutorial is really aimed for beginners, so I'm not going to. So once you're done, save the file with Control S or come up to File and click Save, and then you can close it. The next thing we want to mess around with is Pack Icon. Now this is the image that appears in the menus. It's almost like a YouTube thumbnail for your resource pack. And to open it in Paint.net, if you haven't used Paint.net before, we're going to click once on it, right click on it, and go up to Open With, and then hover over it, wait for this to appear, and go down to Paint.net. And Paint.net should open shortly. Paint.net has opened, and you're probably very confused as to what's in front of you right now, but I'm going to be explaining the basic things that you're going to need for Minecraft resource pack making. So somewhere on your screen, you're going to see a little bar labeled Tools, and as you can see, right here is all of your, brushes and fill tools and selection tools and shape tools and stuff like that. The main thing you're going to need, especially when it comes to resource pack making, is the pencil. Now the pencil for this image here is not going to be very useful because the pencil only paints 1 pixel at a time. If you haven't thought of it already, when making a texture pack in 16 by 16 graphics, it's going to be very useful to have a 1 pixel brush. Speaking of brush, there is a brush here, and it paints like that. And then down here, we also have our color selection. Your colors might be in a different place. You can move them around. Colors, you can change the colors. You can have multiple presets and stuff like that. You can edit the hue, saturation, value, red, green, blue, opacity, stuff like that. And yeah, up here is the selection tool. So if you just want to select all of this and hit the delete button, then you can. So there, if you really just mess around with it, you should be able to figure out what everything means. But real quickly, I'm going to create a pack icon, and I'll see you when I'm done. Alright guys, as you can see, I've created a quick pack icon. So once we've finished, we can go up to this floppy disk here and click Save. And it'll pop up a little menu showing you previews and other options. You should really just be able to ignore all this and go to OK immediately. And just click on OK. It will save and you can close Paint.net. And you've edited your pack icon. Now that we've finished up editing our pack icon and manifest file, we can actually move on to the fun part of this tutorial, which is editing the resources. And there's 3 main files that you're going to want to mess with: sounds, texts, and of course textures. Textures is going to be the main one you edit because that's going to have all of your block textures, item textures, mob textures, stuff like that. But if you want to, you can also change the names of items, the names of mobs in different languages. And then sounds, you can also change the certain sounds and music in the game. But for this tutorial, I think I'm going to stick to just textures. So let's go and enter the textures folder. And as you can see, there's a bunch of files here still. And each of these contains a whole bunch of PNGs that you can go in and edit to your heart's content. Now, there are some special files in there that have some weird quirks to them. I'm going to be ignoring them for the time being because, once again, beginners. Some of those textures include animated textures like fire, clocks, and compasses. and some special ones that use other textures to their advantage, like grass. And so I'm just going to be editing some basic textures that you can see around your world, and I'll be back once I'm finished. If you need any more help, by the way, make sure to comment a question in the comments, and I will be sure to answer you as soon as I see it. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, I've gone through and edited a bunch of the textures for blocks and items in Minecraft. Now, let's go and move on to the most important process, I'd say, which is actually putting your resources into Minecraft. So the first thing we need to do is go out and click on our resource pack folder, not the zip, but the one we just edited. Then we need to right click on it. And we need to go down this menu until we find 7-zip, if you installed 7-zip. And then we come over to this menu on the right here and go down to add to .zip. And then we click on that. And it'll pop up a menu saying that it's compressing the files. So just wait for a little bit and it'll be done. And by the way, this is the reason why I said we need to change the name, or else this new .zip file would conflict with this old .zip file, and it wouldn't get compressed. Alright guys, as you can see, our new zip file has been created. And the next step we need to do is actually go to the zip file, click on it, right click on it, go down to rename, and then instead of actually renaming the file name itself, we need to change the file extension. And this is why I told you guys to check that checkbox in the beginning of the video. So we come over to the zip part here, delete that, and replace the word zip with mcpack, .mcpack. And then you can just go and confirm it. It'll say that this file can become stable if we rename it like that. We just press yes. And if you have Minecraft installed, this icon should change to a grass block. And now it's as simple as running it. So double click on it, and if everything was done correctly, Minecraft should open. As you can see, Minecraft is loading here, so you just gotta wait for it to load, and then we can move on. And once it's loaded, at the top of the screen, you'll see the words import started. And if you wait for a little bit, it should pop up again saying download complete if all was done correctly. Once again, if you have any problems, make sure to leave them in the comments, and me or some other person will try and answer your question as soon as we can. And as you can see, it says it's successfully imported our cool pack. And if you noticed up there, it actually showed our pack icon. So now that we've actually downloaded the pack, let's go ahead and launch it in game. So let's click play. And I already have a world, so I'm going to go and click this pencil here, but you can also create a new world with this. And then once this menu pops up, we need to go down to the add-on section and click on resource packs. And go into my packs right here. And as you can see, our pack is right here, Cool Pack 1.0. Tutorial pack, cool. And then there's our pack icon. So you click on this, and then click activate. As you can see, it's gone from this menu. If we minimize this and go up to the active section, make that appear. As you can see, Cool Pack 1.0 is above the default textures of Minecraft, and so this means that our pack is up and running. So all you need to do now is click play on your world, and I'll see you guys when I actually join the world. Alright guys, so hopefully you enjoyed that video. That should be all for this tutorial. If you did like it, make sure to click the like button until your mouse explodes. Let's try to get to 5 likes on this video. Make sure to subscribe to Join the Masters today. I do streams randomly and sometimes videos. And make sure to share this video to anyone who's thinking about making a Minecraft resource pack. You never know what might help them. If you have any questions, then don't be afraid to leave them in the comments section below. I'll try to reply to them as quickly as I can. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Thank you for all the positive feedback on the original texture pack video, and I hope this helped you. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. See you guys in the next video. Bye!